morning from day 23 of our Appalachian Trail through hike attempt. We are only going to Newfound Gap today to get a ride into Gatlinburg. We're a little concerned, or maybe I'm a little concerned, that this wind is going to close the pass road, so we'll see what happens with that. But the trail that we hiked in on that was like pure ice yesterday is actually not today, so that's been a good thing. It's really early. The crew that we slept with at the shelter last night they were doing 16 miles today, so they were motivated to get up and get going. So we just got up too. So we are starting with some night hiking this morning, which we've not done yet. So let's get going.
Yep, more resupply.
Right over us. That was cool.
Yeah. It's hard to tell on that one, but it's carrying a very large piece of timber that they can use for their construction. Darby and I are very happy to be seeing helicopters flying because they closed the gap for bad weather and high winds. And we knew it's supposed to get a little questionable maybe this afternoon. I don't know, it was a slight chance, but that little thought goblin starts rearing up. And you're like, oh, if they close the gap, are we gonna have to start rationing food? We're gonna have to start deciding which of the hikers in the shelter might be worth human consumption. Probably not. Probably not. I think that's a little too far, but we could go a couple days without food if we had to.
Indian Gap Road here. Newfound Gap 1.7. That way.
Yes.
As we're coming into the Newfound Gap here, we're starting to see some day hikers, and we just passed a couple, and they smelled really good. All like shampoo and soap and flowers and the fabric softener. Yeah, they smelled really good. It was kind of funny.
We haven't had many views this morning. We've been in the trees. I'll take this one.
I don't think that's a water source for me.
We've got like helmet cars, buses.
I didn't expect the buses.
Yeah. All right, let's see if we can bum a ride. What do you say?
Let's see if we can do it. Still a pretty view today. I liked mine from Cool Heat better yesterday. What would your trail name be? I know what my trail name is. We're getting there.
And I'm like, Ohio's flat.
So I finished the resupply here in Gatlinburg, and man, this is a touristy, trafficy, crazy town. There's a trolley that runs through most of the places, but it doesn't go all the way out to like the Food City grocery store until April. So had to Uber, and yeah, so it was crazy getting resupply here. But as we're kind of uploading some videos over the last couple days, I realized that we've mentioned something, but we haven't really explained why. So we've mentioned a couple times that we are sleeping with our water filter, or we're putting our water filter in our jacket pocket because of the temperatures. So why do we do that? The reason we do that is because the water filter is wonderful. Its one downfall is it can't freeze. So if it gets to 32 degrees for, an hour or so less, it'll freeze. And if it does that, then the interior workings no longer work. It will not filter bacteria, that kind of thing. And you won't know that. So it'll still filter water. It'll still look like the water's clean. It'll still taste like the water's clean. And then suddenly a week later, you've got Giardia or some other food, waterborne illness. And so we baby our filter. We sleep with it if there's any chance of it getting close to 30. That's the why that we do that. I just kind of realized that we had talked a couple times about the filter, but never really talked about why we sleep with it. So we baby it. We don't want it to freeze. Yes, my favorite town day activity, turning this into this so it can come with us. All right, that is going to close out day 23 for us. We did 4.7 miles today.
Which did not include the 0.5 miles to get back onto the AT because the Fort Collins shelter was half-mile off.
Yeah, but those miles don't count because they're not AT miles. So don't tell my legs that. But but anyway, no, it was a nice quick day. We got into Newfound Gap at 10 o'clock or so, and did actually get a hitchhike ride down to town. We had two ladies that were out hiking, and they took us in and got us down to Gatlinburg, and it was after being out in the woods, it was so quiet out in the Smokies, and Gatlinburg is loud and traffic and touristy and so much going on. So but yeah, got all of our hiker chores done. We got the water bottles cleaned and the things like that, and I got the groceries done, and then
I got the laundry done, and of course you run into other hikers that are doing the same thing. So we've been crisscrossing with Alaska, and he's so we said, how are we getting, we're trying to figure things out. Okay, well, it's Sunday morning tomorrow. How are we going to get back onto the trail? Do you know of a shuttle? No, I haven't. All right, let's figure that out. So we're splitting the shuttle tomorrow morning to get back on trail. I think it's probably easier to hitchhike out of Newfound Gap, but to get a hitch back up on a Sunday morning,
Yeah, I mean Uber. There is Uber here. That's how I got to and from the grocery store. But you know, on a Sunday morning, there's not a lot of them, so it's not worth chancing it.
Right.
So I'm glad you guys got a shuttle ride.
Yeah, so that's all scheduled and planned. So we're gonna enjoy a nice night at a hotel here and
Quiet room.
this quiet room in clean clothes.
Yes.
Shampoo and conditioner and soap are a beautiful thing.
Yes.
So we're happy to get reunited with all of that.
Reunited with that.
We stunk. So I mean, we'll smell worse later, but we did not smell the best. So we were happy to get all clean again.
Yes.
But yes, back into the woods we go again tomorrow.
Yep.
But thanks again for following us as we trek along.
Yes, it's been fun to get into town and get all the comments and get all the encouragement and the love that you guys are giving us and the questions, and so it's been fun to get back into town and get into all of that. So we just appreciate you all and your comments and your joy for us, and we appreciate all of that. So thanks so much for following along, and we'll see you in our next chapter.